What's up, everybody? Old Man Wes here with another movie review. Just got done with Suicide Squad. Went and saw it with a good couple of friends of mine, and I gotta say, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't understand all the hate from Rotten Tomatoes, but that's something else altogether. I even heard there was a petition going around to shut Rotten Tomatoes down. Good luck with that, guys, by the way. But I went and saw Suicide Squad, and I'm not going to do spoilers here because I don't think I should. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it had a lot of heart, which the theatrical release of Batman vs Superman did not have. It didn't have the same kind of fun heart that I felt like Batman vs Superman it took itself way too seriously. Suicide Squad did the opposite. It had fun with itself in a lot of ways. All the characters did really great. Will Smith as Deadshot. I really liked Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Phenomenal, perfect in every way. Jared Leto's Joker, we didn't get enough of him. I don't think we got enough of him. What he did on screen, I liked a lot. I kind of wish I had seen more so I could gauge better this Joker's personality, because what I saw was definitely not enough to make a real good assessment on, how good he is as a Joker. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, loved it. A lot of people hate on Jai Courtney. They can't stand him, I guess. I have no problem with Jai Courtney. I went and saw Terminator Genesis. I thought it was okay. It wasn't as good as, of course it wasn't as good as Terminator or Terminator 2, but at least it was better than Terminator 3 and Salvation. I can say that with a straight face. Who else? Is it Cara or Sarah Delevingne as the Enchantress? I thought did a really fantastic job. The metamorphosis scene where she flips her hand and she's all of a sudden Enchantress was amazing. That was so awesome. And I think a lot of that also has to do with, this is the first movie I've seen in a while where the score is just as important as what's going on screen. The score is, not a lot of people are talking about it, but the score for the movie is kind of, it's really good. I liked it. And it's not like there's anything really distinct about it. It's just, it does what it needs to do. It does what a good score does, and that's highlight and impact what's going on the screen. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, another really astounding choice, really good choice. What else? Batman made a couple of appearances, and there was a surprise appearance by somebody else, and I'm not going to ruin that. I'm going to wait for you guys to go see the movie, but another hero makes an appearance, and it's really cool. Killer Croc was in it, and I forget the name of the guy who plays Killer Croc. It's a little bit complicated, and I don't know who plays El Diablo or Katana or the other characters. I guess I don't know why I didn't think it was important to remember them, but the woman who plays Katana, she does a really good job. Killer Croc, he does a good job. El Diablo did a fantastic job. I thought I dug his character a lot. You got introduced to Belle Reve. Midway City was involved. You met a couple of other DC characters. I mean, it's just, this movie is what Batman vs Superman should have been as far as how good it was. It's not it's not going to win any Oscars or anything like that, but it was a damn fine movie. And Rotten Tomatoes needs to get their heads out of their asses. I don't know if somebody from Marvel is lining their pocket or some bullshit like that. I would hope not. I just think that somebody at Rotten Tomatoes just doesn't like DC. But that's not the point. these are good movies. These are decent movies. The 2 movies so far, anyway, that have come out for DC, and Rotten Tomatoes twice in a row has shat on them, essentially. And I get some of the criticism because some of the pacing could have been handled a little bit better for both movies. I think studio influence is starting to get in the way with, you know, the movies being as creative as they want to be. And I think that's where Marvel has an edge over DC, is that, you know, they've established early on that they can make pretty dominant performances. They made Iron Man a second stringer in the Marvel Universe, the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He is the face. And I think what they're trying to do for this new DC universe is to do the same for Batman. And they don't really have to. I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to, you could stick Batman on the title of every single DC universe movie. People would go and watch it. You know, you could call it Batman Meets the Flash, Batman Goes See Aquaman, Batman Dates Wonder Woman. People are going to go see the movie. You know why? Because Batman is in it. Not necessarily for the Flash, not necessarily for Aquaman, not necessarily for Wonder Woman. They're going to see it because Batman is on the title. Batman is on the promotional stuff. And I think the same can be said for Suicide Squad, because they were pushing that Batman was going to be in it. And another thing they were pushing was that Joker was going to be in it, or Harley Quinn was going to be in it. I think people need to be more appreciative of what they have here. This is the first time ever in a live action, you know, field that we are getting the duo of Harley Quinn and the Joker. And people are bitching about it. DC fans and like regular movie fans are like, they're just bitching about it. I remember like watching The Dark Knight with Christian Bale and hoping for the love of God that they were going to squeeze in Harley at some point. Not necessarily as, you know, Harley Quinn, maybe as Dr. Harleen Quinzel. They could have fit her in. There was a 1,000 different ways Harley could have been in the movie, but they didn't do it. Now we have this new movie universe, and now they have the opportunity once again to do it, and they did it. And they did it just fine. They did it just fine. I have no real complaints about this movie outside of the fact that we didn't get enough Joker. And that's only because, like, without that much Joker, I can't really make a baseline judgment on whether he's good or not. Because in The Dark Knight, with Christian Bale and Heath Ledger chugged out an amazing performance. An amazing performance. And that was because he had a lot of screen time. Every scene Heath Ledger was in The Dark Knight, he stole. And the same can be said about Suicide Squad. Every single time Jared Leto as the Joker was on screen, he chewed up the scenery in a good way. But we just did not get enough of that. There was not enough of that particular thing to get us there. And I think I heard, like, I was reading reports on Facebook saying, like, there was enough footage of the Joker that they shot for the movie that they could have made an entire movie centered around the Joker. Now that would be interesting. That would be a hell of a movie. But let's see if I can. All right. But that's basically it for my rant. If I was to give it a score, based 1 out of 5, I'd give it a 4, solid 4. You're not getting a 5 out of me. You got to be an exceptional motherfucking movie to get a 5-star out of me, or even a 4.5. But yeah, solid 4. Definitely. Oh man, I hope I scored it higher than I did Batman vs Superman. I can't remember exactly what I gave Batman vs Superman. I think I gave it a 3.5. But yeah, Suicide Squad lands at a solid 4. And it deserves that because it's a good movie. But thank you all, everyone, for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.